Kirk. It wasn't even 8:30 in the morning, and Kirk was tired. Not a good sign. The call had awakened him at 6:30. Kirk found it hard to believe that his 17-year-old employee had magically fallen sick the day before Christmas, but he was at least impressed the kid got up that early to call him. If only he was as committed to his work. The fact that it was Christmas Eve wasn't what annoyed Kirk about coming in. He had no special plans, and he wasn't a big holiday guy anyway. It was more that he'd gotten his hopes up about sleeping in today. Kirk took only a handful of days off each year, and when he did, he slept in till noon, worked on the porch he'd been building for years, and relaxed. He'd been looking forward to today for over a week, and he'd been in the middle of some deep sleep when he was informed that this day would be the same as the 360 or so other mind-numbing days of the year. Kirk wheeled into Mr. K's Quick Stop and parked in his usual spot, off to the side, amid loose gravel and tall weeds close to the woods. He glanced up at the rusted sign. Good grief, what a cheesy name. That he was responsible for it made it worse. He unlocked the door and 2 padlocks and stepped inside. His place. 4 rows of convenient goods. Healthy food was inconvenient, apparently. In front of a wall of beverages and frozen food. The side wall bore random fishing items and included a tiny, greasy eating area no longer open for business. Large banners depicting beer and cigarettes consumed by people who looked nothing like his customers hung from the ceiling. For most gas stations of this ilk, opening meant turning on the pumps, the cash register, and the food machines. But try as he might, Kirk couldn't break the routine he'd started when he first bought the place and actually gave a rip. Toilet scrubbed, garbage emptied, soap dispenser filled, paper towel and napkin canisters loaded, merchandise organized. And of course, brewing the gourmet coffee. He knew that offering gourmet coffee at a place like this was akin to offering a filet mignon at a hot dog stand. His store and his customers didn't deserve gourmet coffee. But he couldn't do the instant stuff. Just couldn't. He finished the brew, wiped down the counters, and tossed some loose trash. For the local trailer park families, shirtless smokers, meth addicts, fishermen, and long-distance travelers who thought the Southwest would be a good Christmas location, Mr. K's Quick Stop was ready. Sorry we're closed became, yes, we're open. Merry Christmas. Eva. Eva was determined that her death would cause no complications for anyone, and since today was the day, or rather tonight would be the night, she thought it best to prepare. She trudged through her house toward the kitchen, running through a mental checklist of the tasks she needed to accomplish today. She had always made a point of ensuring nothing was left undone or turned on when she left for vacation. She certainly wanted to make sure of the same now that she was leaving her house forever. As Eva grabbed the cat food bag from her kitchen counter for the last time, it wasn't sadness or remorse she felt, just a sense of duty. She would accomplish her tasks today with calm and dignity. She would not cry, she would not be overly sentimental, and she would not act scared. This would be like any other day, just perhaps a little busier. Eva lugged the bag out to her driveway and, leaning against the house, bent and filled the bowl. The sound brought Scrappy, the neighborhood stray, running. As the cat dug in, Eva emptied the rest of the food onto the concrete. Scrappy would need enough to last however long it took for someone to discover Eva's body. Merry Christmas. Mary. Mary pulled into the drop-off spot at the elementary school a bit too fast. Her morning routine with Jacob always seemed rushed now that she was raising him on her own. At 6 years old, Jacob had no problem getting up at 6:45 every morning. But Mary did. She'd turn on the Disney Channel for him, go back to bed for half an hour, then slam through the morning to get him to school by 8:15 and herself to work by 8:30. It helped that she didn't need to look flawless, and that she and Jacob were both fine with Nutri-Grain bars in the minivan as their breakfast of champions. Jacob's too-cute teacher, wearing a too-cute Santa hat, bounced out to greet them. "Hey, Jacob," Megan said. "How you doing, buddy?" Jacob smiled and waved, unbuckling his seatbelt. Megan's smile vanished, and she cocked her head. Here it comes. "Hey, Mary, you doing okay?" "I'm fine. You?"